Welcome to Nabeel Math Academy. This is Dr. Mohammed Nabeel. In this video, we are going to study about the graph of an exponential function. So what is the exponential function? Actually, the exponential function is the power. So it is actually the powers. So it is with the power base b is defined as b power x, where the b value is more than 0 and b not equal 1, and x will take any real number. Suppose if you will have 2 power x, this is the exponential. E to the power x, this is the exponential form. So first, the problem, evaluate the exponential function for the given value of x. I have to replace the x value here and simplify. So we will have a two values of x. I will do it one by one here. So solution, first I replace h as x is equals to in the h. So you will get 2 over 3 to the power 2. So when you apply the power, you have to apply in the numerator and denominator. You will get 9 over 4. So this is the first one. The next one, I have to replace h is minus 3. When you replace minus 3, 3 over 2 to the power minus 3. So you cannot apply this power. First you make flip the ratio, the power will be sign change. There will be a sign change in the power. So see here you will have a 2, 3 over 2. If I flip 2 over 3, it becomes plus 3. Now you can apply the power. What happened here? 2 power 3, which is 8, over 3 power 3, which is 27. So this is the final answer. And any power 0 is 1. So if you have a 0, h of 0, you will get 2 3 over 2 to the power 3 over 2 to the power 0. Any power 0 is equal 1. Any power 0 is equal 1. The main part of this video is the graph of the function. So how will you draw the graph of the function? So we know, as usual, we will draw the graph by using the schedule. So I will take the value here, the x and y value, x value, y value. To know the behavior of the graph, I need the 2 points. I will take 0, 1 and minus 1. Just 3 points is enough to know the behavior of the graph. You can extend these parts 0, 1, 2 and similarly minus 1 and minus 2. You can extend the part. But I need one positive, one negative. When I substitute this value here, what happened? The function. This is actually the given value is y equal. This is a y equal to power x. When I replace x is equals to, what happened? So when I substitute the x equals 0, any power 0 is 1. Now when I substitute 1 here, 2 power 1, which is 2. When I substitute minus 1, you will get 2 power minus 2. 2 power minus 2 can be written as what? 1 over 2. So it is half. This is half. Now you will get the points. What are the points you will get? 1 comma minus 1 comma half, 0 comma 1 and 1 comma 2. Just we have to plot these points in the graph. So we will find the point first. Minus 1 comma 2, minus 1 and half, it will be here. Next 0 comma 1, it will be here. The next one 1 comma 2, it will be here. So if you join the line will be like this. This is the line. And very important thing here, this line is, we call it as a asymptote, because the curve and the y-axis is not touching at the finite distance. So, and you should not write it like this. You should not write it like this. It is wrong. So it should not be touched and it will not be overlapping with the x-axis. So it should be a asymptote. It is going on towards the x-axis, but it is not touching. This is, we call it as asymptote. So this is the standard graph of 2 power x. So this is, we call it as a standard graph. This is the standard graph. 2 power x, which is, it is going on. Now let us check here 2 power minus x. What happened here? What happened here? This can be written as, I will flip it this one, 1 over 2 to the power x. Is it the same? Is it a same? Or you can write it this one as If you bring it down, you will get 1 over 2 power x. And you can write it this one as 1 over 2 to the power x. It's a reciprocal. It's a reciprocal. So I will write it this one as 2 power x. Or you can write it 1 over 2 to the power x. This is a reciprocal. Now similarly, we will do it the same thing. I will take only three values minus 1, 0, 1, and then substitute this value. Substitute this value in the y, x. So here I just substitute this value. What is the answer you will get? So I got it the value here. When I substitute 0, you will get 1. When I substitute 1, it becomes half. When I substitute minus 1, what happened? 1 over 2 to the power minus 1. If you flip the ratio, the power will be changed. So answer will be 2. So you will get the points. What are the points you will find? Minus 1 comma 2, 0 comma 1 and 1 comma half. 1 comma 1 over 2. Now I just plot these points on the graph. So you will get minus 1 and 2. It will be here. Then we will have 0 comma 1. It will be here. Next 1 comma half. It will be here. So if you join the line will look like this one. So this is the line you have. So what happened here? When compared to this one and this one, it is increasing. We say it is increasing. Why it is increased? It is going up. That's why we say it is increasing. Why it is increasing? Because the value is 2 power x. The 2 is more than 1. Whenever you will get the value more than 1, it is increasing. When you find this one, it is decreasing. It is going on downward. Therefore, it is decreasing. Why it is decreasing? Because the value is 1 over 2 to the power x. Since the value 1 over 2 is less than 1. So whenever you will have the value less than 1, you will find it the graph which is decreasing. Whenever the value is more than 1, therefore it is a increasing function. Now the next one, we will go to the next one, x 2 into 2 to the power x, or we can write it 3 into 3 power x. So it's the same rule, we will do it. So it is 0 minus 1, 0, 1. I just substitute the 3 value, and what is the y value? Y is equal, it is 2 times of 2 power x. When I substitute the x value here, what happened? So the x value here 0, any power 0 is 1, 1 into 2 which is equals 2. And then when I substitute 1, you will get 1, it is 4. When I substitute minus 1, you will get 2 to the power 2 power minus 1. So 1 over 2, therefore 2 get cancelled, you will get the 1. So now I write it these points. What are the points here? Minus 1 comma 1, 0 comma 2 and 1 comma 4. 1 comma 4. Now I just plot the points on the graph here. Minus 1 and plus 1. It will be here. Next. Then we will have 0 comma 2. It will be here. Then 1 comma 4. It will be here. So therefore it is 1 comma 2. So what happened here? Therefore it is the... And one more thing, the standard graph will be at the intersect 1. So at the intersect 1 standard graph. But here what happened? It is moving up. Stretch the graph by up. Why? Because of this unit 2. If it is 3, it is moving here. If it is 4, it will be moving here. So this graph is shifting upward. And since it is increasing, why? Because you will have here the 2 power x, which is more than 1. That's why it is increasing. That's why it is increasing. So we will say here the increasing, or in terms of this, it is reflecting. This is what? Reflect across which axis? The y-axis. Reflect across y-axis. So this is the translation what happened with the standard graph. Using this standard graph, we will say. Now what happened with this and this graph? this and this graph, it is moving 1 unit up. That is the stretch the graph. Therefore, stretch the graph by factor 2. This is stretch stretch by the factor 2. Stretch by factor 2. Factor 2. So this is the three types of graph. Now we will have a more translation, more types of problems we will have. So what are the next one? Is the same rule. I will write it here. So x value, y value. So I write it -1, 0 and 1. So what happened? The first value. When you take this part here, when I substitute, this is y equal 2 power x minus 3. So I just substitute these values in the x in order to get the y value. So what is the first one? When I substitute 0, any power 0 is 1, 1 minus 3, which is equal -2. When I substitute 1, 2 power 1, 2, 2 minus 3, which is equal -1. When I substitute -1, you will get -1 to the power 3. This is half minus 3. If you simplify, this is 1 minus 6 over 2, which is -5 over 2, which is equal -5 over 2, which is -2.5. Now, what are the points you will have? -1, comma, -5 over 2. Then the next value we will have 0 comma -2 and 1 comma -1. Now I just plot these points in the graph. So what happened here? This is x equals 0 comma -2. Therefore it is minus here. -2 this part, and x equal -1 and y equal -2.5. -2.5. This is 5 over 2. 2.5, and then 1 comma -1, 1 comma -1, it will be here. When you join the line, so the line will be on this part, it will not moving down to the 3, so it is going on with the 3, going on to the 3. Therefore this is a very important thing you have to remember. So this line should not be crossed with the 3. So this is the x equal 3 line, so it will not touch with the 3, x equal 3 line. Yeah, so it is moving towards 3 along with the 3. So what happened with this one? The standard graph will be here. It's look like this. So therefore there is a translation. What happened? It will be move down by 3 unit. This is a 1 unit. This is 1 unit. This is 2 unit and 3 units. So it is moving down by 3 unit. Why it is down by 3 unit? Due to this part. Due to the -3. When you have a -3, we say down by 3 units. Down by 3 units. Down by 3 units. So it is horizontal. We cannot say it is always it is horizontal. So it is horizontal only. So the whole graph is moving down and up. It is horizontal. When you go left and right, it is vertical. So it is down by 3 units due to this one. Suppose if you have a +3, we say it is up by 3 units. This graph is moving up by 3 units. 1, 2, 3. Here it will be the graph. So if it is +3 here. So similarly, the next one we go. We have x, y. And one more thing here, we cannot write it here -1, 0, 1. Why? Because if I substitute -1, all the things you will get a fraction. All the things you will get a fraction. That's why to get the integer number, I will just substitute this part. I will directly go to the +3, one number less, one number more. Why we are choosing 2, 3, 4? Because of this part. If I use the -1, 0, 1, you will get what? If you substitute 0, 1, -3, it is what? 1 over 2 power 3, which is 1 over 8. This is very difficult to find it in the graph. That's why we are not calculating the fraction. So to avoid the fraction, I just directly go to this one, 3, and one number less, one number more. Now I just substitute the value here. y is equal 2 power x minus 3. So I just substitute the x value here. So what happened here? When I substitute 3 minus 3 is 0, 2 power 0 is 1. When I substitute 4, you will get 2. When I substitute 2, it is half. So I got it the coordinates. So 2 comma half, then 3 comma 1, 4 comma 2. So what are the first one here? Just plot the points. Just plot the point. So what are the first one? 2 comma half, x equal to y equal half here. Okay. Then 3 comma 1, 3 comma 1 it will be here. 4 comma 2, 4 comma 2 it will be here. So what is this one here? This is the graph. Now the standard graph, if you see the standard graph will be in this place. Now what happened this part? What happened this part? It is moving 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, 3 unit to the right. Why? Because of this one. So it is 3 unit right. 3 unit right. Whereas here you will have what? Down. Y minus. If it is plus, it is up. But what is the difference between this one? Here the minus is in the power. It is in the separate function. When you have in the power, it is right and left. The translation going to be a right and left. So I will write it here. Right by 3 unit. 3 units. Suppose if you'll have plus 3, 2 to the power x plus 3, we will say left by the 3 units. Left by the 3 units. The same thing we will take here. Now the last graph of this one here, minus 2. If you see the last one and this one, here the minus is in the power. Now the minus is in the front. So what happened? Let us check. So this is a y equal. This is the y equal minus 2 power x. Minus 2 power x. Then how will you solve this one? I just substitute the value here. The x value minus 1, 0, 1. What is the y value? Substitute this x here. Number 1. First one you will have any power 0 which is minus 1. Then if you substitute it is minus 2. When I substitute it is minus half. This minus 2 power minus 1 minus 1 over 2 which is equal minus 1 over 2. What are the points here? Minus 1 comma minus half. Then 0 comma minus 1. Then 1 comma minus 2. Now I just draw the graph here in the plot the points. So first one you will have minus half and minus, it will be here. So it will be here. Then next 1 minus 1, 0 comma minus 1 and 1 comma minus 2. So it is reflecting above across the x-axis. Reflecting across the x-axis. Before the standard graph, it will be like this. So it is reflecting across the the x-axis. So I will say here, so whenever you will find it the minus in the front, we will say reflect across x-axis. X-axis. When you find it the minus in the power, we say reflect across y-axis. The y-axis. So all the graph you will have. Now this is the summary of the graph. This is a standard graph. If it is power minus 1, we say reflect across y-axis. If it is multiplied by 2, stretched by the factor 2. If it is 3, we will have a 3 here. Now similarly, there x to the power 2 plus 3. So it is what? Up by 3 unit. If it is multiplied, it is a factor. It's stretched by the factor 2. If it is minus 2, down. If the minus in the power, right. If it is a plus in the power, left. When you have a minus before, it is x-axis. When the minus in the power, it is y-axis. So this is the summary of this one. Now in this one, you need not to draw the graph, you have to explain the graph, what happened with this one. So explain how to use the graph of this to produce a graph of this. So what we'll do here, 2 power x minus 2. So we will write it here down the graph of, this is minus. Minus means what? Down. So down, shift the graph. We say here shift the graph, shift the graph of f of x down by 3 units. That's it. In order to get this one, you will find it the capital F of x. If you draw the graph, rough graph, I will draw it here. So this is x, this is y. So here you will have this value is a standard. This is 1. And it is increasing. Why? Because it is 2, more than 1. It is increasing. What happened? This part moved down by 3 units. So this is 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 units. So therefore it is this part. So this is the function 2 power x minus 3. And this is the graph of 2 power x. Standard graph and moving down by 3 units. So without the graph, without the schedule, if you know this summary, you can do directly. And similarly, the power is in the minus, the power. The minus is in the power. So what happened here? So I will use this graph to produce the graph of g of x. So the minus 3 is in the power. So it is what? Right by 3 units. So I write it here. The shift the graph of f of x right by 3 unit. Right by 3 unit. If you draw the graph, you will find it here x, this is y. Now this is a standard graph and 2 power x, therefore it is increasing. So this is the standard graph which is at 1. Now it is moving right by 3 units. Therefore it is 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit. So therefore this is the graph moving right by 3 unit. Without drawing the graph, you have to explain here. Since the question is asking explain, you have to write it this rule. This is the main thing you have to write whenever if it is asking the explain. You need not to draw the graph for this one. So explain means you have to write it this word. So here there is a question is given, function is given. You have to match the correct function with the correct graph. So what happened first? It is how many increasing function, how many decreasing function. So you have, this is decreasing, this is also decreasing, this is increasing, and this is decreasing. You have a 3 decreasing function, 1 increasing function. As we know this one, this one is what? 1 over 2, which is less than 1. Therefore, it is a decreasing function and it is a standard. Therefore, this is the standard function, right? So this is my f of x. F of x. There is no translation is there. Plus 2, minus 3 is not there. This is a standard with the reflecting across y-axis. Now coming to this part, how will you simplify this one? How will you simplify this one? If you flip the ratio, you will get what? 2 to the power x. So these two are same. Now here, what is the x value? It is more than 1. More than 1 is what? Is increasing. Therefore, with the standard graph 1. So therefore, this is my g of x. This is the g of x. Now what happened next one? X minus 3, x minus 2. So 1 over 2, x minus 2. It is a decreasing function with move right by 2 units. Which function, which graph is moving 2 unit right? So this is the standard graph you will have here. 1 unit, 2 unit. Therefore, it is moving 2 unit right. Therefore, this is my h of x. This is the h of x. Now the last one, k of x, is my 3 times. It is stretch the graph by the factor 3. So if you see this one, this is a decreasing function. Why decreasing? 1 over 4, which is less than 1, decreasing, and it is shifted to by the factor 3. So it is shifted by the stretched by the factor 3. So this is my k of x. So we are matching with the correct function with the graph. Now the next one, it is explain the graph of the first function to produce a graph of the second function. So here you have to use this one to explain. Explain means you have to write. So this, therefore here, this is decreasing function. It is actually 0.5 is 1 over 2 to the power x. So therefore it is a decreasing function. Now what happened to this one? This one is reflect because power minus. Power minus means what? If it is power minus, reflect across y-axis. Reflect across y-axis. And there is one more translation is there. What is that one? What is that one? Here it is plus 3. Plus 3 means what? Up by 3 units. So how will you explain this one? I write it here. Reflect the graph of small f of x across y-axis. This is done. This is over. Now and shift up by 3 units. So if you draw the graph, it seems to be this is the answer is over. This answer is over. Suppose if you want to draw the graph without the schedule, this is very simple. I will write it here. This is x, this is y, and the standard graph will be at 1, and it is increasing, so but it is decreasing, right? 1 over 2 is decreasing. Decreasing graph will be like this. This is what? This is 1 over 2 to the power x. This is a decreasing graph. Now what happened this one? Reflect across x-axis, it is moving like this. It is 2 power x. This is actually 2 power x, and move up by 3 units. 1 2 3. So therefore this is the final graph. Final graph which is equal to power x plus 3, or you can write it as 1 over 2 to the power half, 1 over 2 to the power minus x plus 3. So both are same meaning. Both are same meaning. Thank you.